I tell you what, though, my aim, who knows if I'll reach it, but hey, I'm going to try my damnedest. My aim is to deadlift 200 and to be the in my 60s. So I'm 66 this year, so I've got 4 years to go.
How close are you now?
At Nats, it was only 176 and a half, but that's all I needed to achieve my goal for that comp, which was a 400 total, which is the first time a 60-plus-year-old woman in any federation in Australia had ever achieved 400.
Wow.
So, yeah, that was the goal for that comp. And so Matty Bartholomew was handling me, and he would not let me put any more on that deadlift bar, even though, 180 was certainly there on the day, probably more, because that, it's nothing worse, is there, when you're doing a third attempt deadlift and it just comes off the floor so smooth and clean, and you just lock it out clean and you go, fuck!
Yeah, come on,
why didn't I put more on that bar?
Yeah, this is new powerlifting culture, isn't it? This very conservative approach to most things and going 9 for 9, and I get it.
I get it too, but it's not necessarily me, okay? I've talked to people about this before. It's especially if you're on a world platform. You're there to bloody go for broke. Yep. How often do we get a chance to be on a world platform? So freaking take a risk. Who wants to go 9 for 9 just because 9 for 9? And we all know how important it is to get a good total. And in fact, this argument is probably...
I went 9 for 9 once in my life. I've done over 60 competitions, a quarter of them internationals, 17 national titles across raw and equipped, bench only, and 3 lift. And yeah, I hit 9 for 9 once in my life. I won a lot of nationals going 4. I won 2 nationals going 4 for 9. It's like, it wasn't ideal, but if you can do it, if you got some tricks to play with on third attempts, then why not?
100%. It just takes balls, mate. And I was watching, as you do, because you live and breathe powerlifting when you're at an international meet, and you kind of try and attend as many sessions as you can to cheer on your team, etc., etc. And I was like, oh my God, this 9 for 9. There's so many conservative attempts going on here. Look,
yeah,
I was seeded third going into Masters Worlds in Sun City, and I actually achieved a silver medal, which I was really ecstatic about. I outlifted the girls on squat and the deadlift. I set a world record on my third attempt, which was then broken 30 seconds later by Sweden.
Damn Sweden!
But so the total gave me the silver medal overall at Worlds last year. But where it doesn't matter, like at Mega Nats, all I had to do was bloody total, and I would have easily met the QT, and I would have been going. I did have that aim of 400, which I'm ecstatic about. I'm more ecstatic about the bench press PB. But a 180 kilo deadlift was easily in me on the day, possibly 182. So, and the way, and look, who knows what's around the corner? I understand that more than most. But the way training's going at the moment, I'm feeling the strongest I've ever felt. I cannot believe training is just going bananas right now. And that's why I've begun to think, well, maybe that 200 deadlift is not such pie in the sky.
There you go.
Who knows?
You've been doing it for 10 years now, so you're probably starting to figure out what you're doing. You go,
it's about time.
All right, I know what I'm doing now. I've got this. I got a theory that you can't win worlds within your first 10 years of lifting. It's just not people just don't do it.